Hello, I am Simran S. Makkad and I am a pharma career growth coach. In this video, I am going to tell you 10 tips which will be very useful for you to crack the interview of medical representative. If you want to listen this video in Hindi language, the same video in Hindi is available in my same channel. So you can look there. First and foremost requirement is that you should have a very well written resume. Your resume is your representative. It talks everything about you, whatever you write in it. Your interviewer have a very analytical look on that, very minute look on that, and they make an opinion about you based on your resume, what you have written into that, and they ask questions to you based on that resume only. So you should write a very well resume explaining about yourself, about your skill set, about your work experience, about your education and all that. And a very important statement in the resume is your career objective. You must write your career objective, your vision, where you want to go in a very impactful manner, in a very professional manner. If you don't know how to write it, you take help of any professional or any senior. And most importantly, you must carry all supporting document into your file on the day of the interview when you are going to appear in the interview. Whatever qualification you have claimed, whatever professional experience you have claimed, whatever achievements you have claimed, all the relevant documents should be there in your file. Number 2 is you must have very good communication skill. What is communication? Communication is conveying your message, conveying your thoughts, conveying your opinions to the other person in such a way that the other person understands it properly. If the other person don't understand it, then you are not a good communicator, right? So you should have very good communication skills. Communication is not all about what we speak. Communication is about non-verbal things also, like your expressions, your gestures, your postures, your body language, your eye contact. Many things count into that. So you must be very skilled in the communication. And moreover, sales is a profession of communication. You are going to appear in an interview of a sales professional. So you should have very, very good communication skills. Then you must have very good knowledge, because in this industry, knowledge is the power. So what knowledge you should have to clear the interview? Number 1 comes the human body, because you are going to sell the medicines and the medicines deal with the human body. So you must have good knowledge of human body. You must have good knowledge of job. What is the job of medical rep? What do they do? How do they do? You must have knowledge about the selling skills. What is the sale? How the sales function is done. You must have knowledge of who is the customer and what is your market. And most importantly, you must have knowledge of your vision and your dream. What are you? What you want to become? Where you want to go? What is your vision of your career? And how do you dream about your life in the coming time? This all you should know. This statement you should write on a paper for the practice, and you should rehearse it again and again, so that you are able to communicate your vision and the dream very effectively. So this is the least thing that is expected out of a fresher candidate. So it is necessary that you prepare for the frequently asked questions. What questions might be asked to you in the interview, and you prepare their answer by consulting some expert or some experienced person, right? And if you are already working in some company, then the interview is going to be entirely different. You are going to ask many other things in addition to the things which I have just told to you. Some more things you are going to get asked, like about the drugs and the pharmacology. Especially if you are working in some company, then whatever drug you have been selling in the past, about those drugs, about the composition, about their mechanism of action, about their indications, how do they work, all things you must know, because your interview is based on whatever you have learned in the past by the way of your education, or whatever work you have done in the past, how much you know about those things that you have read or that you have done. So you must be very well versed about this. And yes, if you are a student of a pharmacy, then also you are going to face the question about the pharmacology of the drugs, because that is what you have already read. So you must know about it, about the half-life of the drug, about the category of the drugs, about their mechanism of action, about metabolism, about pharmacokinetics, about pharmacodynamics. There are a lot of questions you already you already have read about this. So you should have a basic knowledge of all these things. And if you have already worked in the field, you must know about the territory. In the territory which you have worked already, you must know about the territory. You must have knowledge about the doctors, about the chemists, about the business in those territory, right? And you must know about the field working. You will be asked how you do your field working, how you plan your work, how you make a doctor's call, what do you do inside a doctor's chamber. They may ask you to show some detailing also. So you must have a very good practical knowledge of the working. You must have good knowledge about the doctor's behavior also, because doctor is your customer and customer is the king. So knowing about your customer is the key to getting the business. So you must know behavior or characteristics of each and every doctor of your list. You must be able to analyze many things of your sales, of your product sales, of your territory, of your route planning, many type of analysis they ask, and you must answer it in a convincing manner. And most important thing in the sales is that customer relationship. You will be asked questions about the customer relationship management. How do you manage your customers to whom you meet, right? So keep in mind that you will be asked the questions based on your past experience, based on your learning which you have done, based on your work which you have done, as I already told also. So the next thing you must be good at is you must be a quick responder. Whatever is asked to you, you should reply it quickly. You should not be in too much haste. You take your time, a little time, give a thought to it, but don't delay it too much. Don't think too much, and reply it quickly. And in giving reply, you must be very enthusiastic and very energetic, because communication is all about transferring the energy. So you must be very enthusiastic and energetic. That is expected out of you, out of a young person, out of a good salesman. And you must be honest and transparent in answering the questions. You must not tell lie. You must not hide anything. And if you don't know any answer, you accept openly with saying sorry for it. The next important thing which matters is your body language. As I told you in communication, that communication is not only about your words which you speak. Body language is also involved in conveying your messages, and people observe your body language very minutely, because they are very expert people. So you must not sit with crossed legs or crossed arms. That is a negative body language. You don't play with your hairs or pen or mobile, and sit tentatively. You should not sit with chest very wide open or very comfortably or in any awkward manner. You should sit tentatively with full attention, paying to the conversation. And you must maintain eye contact with the interviewer. It should not look like that you are staring, but you must make a good eye contact. You should be enthusiastic and energetic. In the previous slide also I have told you, and here also I'll repeat again, that your body language should show your energy and your enthusiasm. It doesn't mean that you be more aggressive. Be balanced, be calm, but you must be enthusiastic and must look energetic. You must smile often. That leaves a positive statement about you. That expresses your self-confidence. So you should smile often. And dressing up properly is one of the most important thing to appear in the interview. You must follow the decorum of the dress of an executive, because you are going to appear for the interview of an executive. So you should dress like a corporate executive. Ideally, in the winter especially, you should wear a blazer or a two-piece suit. But if you don't have blazer or two-piece suit, you must wear at least a plain sweater. You must not wear sporty jackets. You must not wear fancy dresses. You must not wear designer dresses. Ideally, there should be dark color pant and the light color shirt along with a dark color tie on it. This is the standard pattern of the dress, and the color should not be very gaudy or very bright. It should be soothing pastel colors, and beard should be very well shaven, hair should be very well maintained. There should not be fancy haircut or fancy beard cut, and shoes also must not be sporty. I have seen many people coming for the interview with sporty shoes or jeans or t-shirts, these type of stuff, but this leaves very bad impression on you. And if you are a lady, you must avoid heavy makeup or heavy jewelry. Everything must be in the moderation. Self-confidence is your key to your well presentation. So you must be confident in yourself. Confidence doesn't mean that you know everything, but it means about knowing the things which you do know, about having the confidence in the things which you know. So have confidence in you, have confidence in the things you know, and answer confidently. There is nobody in the world who knows each and everything, but the matter is that you must have confidence in the things which you know, and in the coming time or for the rest of the time you must work to improve your weak points so that your confidence is increased. And the next good thing which you must have is your positive attitude. Your attitude must be positive. You must expect good things to happen. You must expect good outcome. Whatever you know, in whatever manner you have answered the questions, but you must have a positive attitude, because if you have positive attitude, outcomes are most likely to be positive. But if you have negative attitude, there is greater chances for negative outcomes. So you have confidence and you have positive attitude so that positive things can happen to you. You must be courteous and polite to the interviewer. This thing starts from your first entry into the room, from your first appearance to the interviewer. You must be courteous and polite, like wishing them good morning or good evening, whatever according to the time, saying thank you whenever there is a need, like offering a chair for sit, and during the interview from time to time. You extend your courtesy and you show your politeness while speaking. This is going to leave a very good impression on the interviewers. Then you must be punctual in reaching there, because that is also a part of courtesy. Whatever time is given to you, you must reach few minutes earlier at the venue, and you must be there when you are called for the interview. So these are the few things that will be very helpful for preparing for the interview and cracking the interview. And one very important thing, you must prepare very well for appearing in the interview, because if you appear without preparation, you are going to face the problem in answering the questions. You will lose the confidence and you will fumble in answering the question. So preparation is the key to success. If you need any help from my side, you write me a mail at the email address given here on the screen, and you can also visit my website given here on the screen. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe my channel so that you can get notification when I put my next video. Thank you very much and all the best for your interview.